Good mythical morning, everybody. We have the brand new character for Marvel Rivals Season 7.5. It's Black Cat, it's a duelist, and she might be slightly broken. You might ask yourself, what does this do? Well, we're gonna get into it later, but let me just explain very shortly. It basically marks all of the enemies around you. It's her ultimate, and then you can dash to them across the map as well. So, even from here. Anyways, let me just start from the beginning, talk about all of her abilities, then we're gonna get into her ultimates, but I did want to showcase it because it seemed really ridiculous. Anyway, the character is cool. She is, as I mentioned before, a duelist with 275 HP, and she's melee. And obviously, because she's a melee duelist, that means she is dive. And if you're a dive character in Marvel Rivals, we all know you probably have a wall climb, just like she does. You can hang on walls like Daredevil, and you can double jump. All the classic things. What's next? You might see this little gold coin below my crosshair. It's how much money you have, and you farm money by hitting enemies. Ignore the very hot skin for Black Cat on my screen where it has meow on her breast. We're gonna hit her a bit, but that doesn't mean I hate women. Now, when you hit enemies, you apply a mark. When you apply the mark, from what I understand, kind of reduces the chance that people can crit you when hitting you. I'm just gonna pull up the F1 screen and you can just read it out for yourself. It's the Malkin Misfortune. Apply Jinx to enemies on hit. Jinx foes have a chance to lose their bonus damage when striking Black Cat with a critical hit. It has a chance change critical hits into normal hits. I know what the chance is. I wish I did. I don't have the stats for it. We're gonna see more of it later when we actually have her hero page. Anyways, when you hit an enemy, that's what happens. And you also collect money. You can have 1,000 money maximum. It kind of looks like my bank account because I'm severely broke. Okay, that's a lie. This money can be used.
Some unwanted guests.
I had to listen to her voice line. This money can be used for some very specific things. The very first thing that it can be used for is her abilities. Now, speaking of her abilities, she has quite a few of them, but mostly they all do the same except her store one. And by store, I mean she can open a store and buy stuff. That one's a little bit more funky. Everything else, it's pretty straightforward. So her right click is just, you choosing two abilities. And the two abilities you can choose from, they both cost money. You can't see how much money your left click costs, but actually you can. I just realized you can see it on your bottom left where your melee usually is. So it costs 150 to do this attack. Slight AoE, like a whip, like maybe Strangest Melee, costs 150. And then Phantom Pursuit is a more unique one. You become untargetable, like you become immune from what I understand in the ability description, and you dash to an enemy and do some damage. So let me get closer, and boom. And then you also steal money when you hit that. Nothing costs money right now because I have no cooldown, so let me just fix that. That does 150. I mean, costs 150, and then my Phantom Pursuit costs 300. 300. You also get money whenever you hit enemies, right? So it doesn't quite cost that amount. I think it costs 50 less if you land the hit. So 150 for your left click, claw whip, 100 if you hit, 250 for Phantom Pursuit if you hit. Your shift, obviously a dash. Every character in this game always has to have a dash. So
Careful, I bite.
you go through them. You go through multiple enemies. You don't stop. You can go up. You can go down. You can go omnidirectional. You can do a lot of funky stuff. And let me just spend my money here. Oops. Let me just spend my money here because I'm pretty sure if you get a kill, you get more money. If something is low HP and then I kill them, yeah, you get 150 for the kill. I would assume it's probably 100 for the kill plus 50 for landing the hit, so 150. Her most basic abilities. Let me hide my camera here so you can actually see the ability description. Cat's Cradle, slicing through enemies. It's a dash that does damage, and then you have the other things. You have the double jump, you have the other ability, you have the little whip, and then you have the Phantom Pursuit. It makes you untargetable. Like I said, it for these abilities. Now, I don't really know about animation cancels too much. I do recommend you to probably go check out Necros to see the animation cancels because he is the nerd that likes doing those. I don't really talk about them too much because I don't really know how to find them, nor do I have interest to find them. You know, some of the other DPS players, they probably do have a lot of interest in finding animation cancels and quick one-shots. I feel like you could chain your abilities and get quite a bit of damage when focusing an enemy, but I also believe there's like more useful things to do with this character, and that's gonna come up with the shop. But we have one more ability, I'm not edging you, and it's this one right here. It just yoinks a bunch of money. You get 300 coins whenever you hit that. It's on a 5-second cooldown, and you get overhealth as well. And I should just realize, do my other abilities give me overhealth? Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Wonderful. So you get overhealth for using your abilities, right? It's time to actually talk about the cool stuff about her kit. Her E, as I said before, it just gives you money. That's it. Nothing else. Like, you can't grapple to things. You can't fly anywhere. It's not like Daredevil. You just get money. And it's a good chunk of money because the money you needed to buy stuff. And this is the store. This is the store. And the store is very cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like this mechanic quite a bit. I'm surprised they did this. Now, I just bought this item by accident. I didn't want to buy this, but might as well just show it. You have 6 items. This one is, you buy this. It's called the Tablet of Destinies. When you use it, you have a random chance of getting a random amount of money. So, if I spend all of my cash right now, and I go broke, because I went gambling and I lost everything in the house, I didn't get anything. Right there, I didn't get... I'll be honest, I've never had I've never had 0 amount of money gained from the tablet. Usually, I gain like 50. Yes. Now I'm gonna buy another one. I got 50 again. Let me buy again. Yeah, it's just gambling. Now I gained 200. Now I gained 200. Now I gained 50. I gained 200. You can get larger amounts. I've seen like 500. Next up, we're going to talk about her next item. Next item is Fault Line Flame War. I'm sorry for butchering the names of these. I'm sure they're very important for the lore. What this is you spawn it, and what happens is it gives you wall hacks, right? Now, I don't exactly know what this beam does, why it's linked up. I genuinely have no clue. I tried reading the ability, and I feel very unprepared. But it just says it marks all enemies. So I don't know why it's chained to a certain enemy. Maybe somebody else can tell me. Maybe some other streamer knows. With this orb, it's very useful. You know, obviously. Enemies are hiding somewhere. Enemies are behind the wall. And you can just place it. And you can see. You can even see that character right there. You don't need LOS for that orb to activate. It just sees enemies around it. And it's very strong. Like having Daredevil's passive. Yes, so it has HP. Okay, it has HP. It's a lot less OP because it has HP and you can just break it in 2 hits. Next ability, we have Chernobog's Crystal. And this crystal, it purifies all, you know, CC. So you're gonna use it, you become invulnerable for a second, or like untargetable. And you cleanse everything. We saw it in the trailer. It cleanses all abilities. It's basically whatever stun is affecting you, you can just cleanse it, right? You can cleanse negative effects, you can cleanse whatever. Now, the question is here, can you use it if you're actually stunned, right? Could you use that ability if you're actually under the effects of an actual stun that doesn't allow you to move? And we're about to find out. I could. It actually allowed me to cleanse that. So no matter what happens, no matter the stun, no matter what's going on, you could use your cleanse to cleanse yourself, right? So even if the enemy team is full of stuns, even if they have things to counter you with, you can still get away with it as long as you have money, as long as you have the coin to pay. And I find that quite OP. I find this character, for the lack of the better word, I do believe this character is a little bit strong. And I don't think we're gonna see how strong she is yet because she's difficult, but I do believe her kit is quite insane. Now, her next ability in the store, it's the Crown of Hades, I think. It makes you invisible. Yes, Helm of Hades. I apologize. You just go invisible for a few seconds. Kind of like Psylocke, right? Can you use your abilities? It's a good question here. No, if you use abilities, it obviously removes the stealth. Next ability we have is is meant to fish, and meant to fish is more unique because I don't think we've seen something quite like this as of yet. If we click on the ability page and we go to meant to fish, I think you can see it. Disable movement abilities and grounds all enemies caught within. I know where that accent came from, but yeah, we obviously know about ground and we obviously know about disabling movement abilities, but I'm pretty sure it works like a certain other game with a very angry robot. You can just catch people, whoop, and he's down on the ground, right? So this has basically infinite range from what I can see. It just goes up to the skybox, right? So if there are flies in the sky, they're just getting cooked. I don't see how you deal with this. You place this and they can't go anywhere. It disables movement abilities, it disables flight, it grounds people. The effect is really nice. I like the fish. It's just a free kill. It seems really strong. Not to mention that it's really strong against dive, because if Spider-Man flies in or BP flies in, they can't use their movement abilities anymore. It works like the thing shift. And that is quite insane because you can place it anywhere. You can place it across the map. You can place it around your supports. You can do so much with it. You can place on the enemy supports, right? Some ultimate abilities cannot be used if you are grounded. I'm pretty sure Cloak and Dagger cannot use her ult if she is grounded, right? So you can just use it on the supports and dive them, get a kill, and they can't do anything. Really strong ability. If I have to rate the abilities, I think Tablet Destinies is the worst. I think Fault Line Flame Warp is a little bit bad because at the end of the day, you can break it. Helm of Hades is good. Box Crystal is really good. I think Man to Fish is probably the best. And finally, as the Sorcerer Supreme, we must discuss this. They added a second portal ability to the game. How does this work? It's pretty simple. You just place a portal and it connects two solid surfaces together and you can go both ways. Now, I can't explain how broken this is because the game revolves around chokes, the game revolves around pushing, the game revolves around hiding behind walls. Having an ability like this breaks the game. It genuinely breaks the game because anyone can teleport. Your whole team can teleport. Chokes no longer matter in the game. Chokes is genuinely, it doesn't matter where you hide. If the enemy team plays dive, they can get to you from now on. And it just goes so far as well. Like you can get through so many things. Like the walls can be enormously thick and you can still TP through them. And the best part is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're above you because you can place the TP above you as well. And you can just take it. You can just go, bro. Now, the question here is that I have is, can you use it as an enemy? Like, if the enemy Black Cat places this TP, can you use it? Well, I can't test it right now, I'm not gonna lie. But I would assume probably. I don't have any friends online. I don't have anyone that can help me. I'm lonely and sad. But the ability would be a lot more balanced if the enemies could use it. Now, there's a few more caveats here as I was testing. If the wall is too thick, you can't place the TP. Like this, for example. Because there's no exit. Because the way it actually works is it connects, I'm 90% sure, it connects the two closest exit points, if that makes sense. And the reason why I say that is because if I place it here, the way it's gonna work is it's gonna... Oh, actually, give me a second. That was a bad example right there. If I place it here, the second portal will be over here. Even though I place it on the roof, the exit is gonna be on the wall. The reason obviously for that is so you don't traverse that entire distance, and you know there's some limits to it, but it's still pretty good, right? It's still really, really good. This goes both ways, by the way. If I use this like this, it will not actually go down below. It's just gonna go through here, which is weird. I'm not gonna lie. That is not quite what I theorized. The portal exit was here, so maybe if I place it here. Nope. I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't know. It seems a little bit wonky. It's a cool ability. It's a really cool ability. I really like it. And the best part of the store that you guys will not enjoy, that I find a little bit ridiculous, and they will change that eventually, is that, let me collect some money, it's that you don't have a cooldown. As long as you have the money you can use your abilities. Again, I don't have to explain how broken that is. It just means that if you have enough money, enough cash, you can ground enemies for like forever. And it stacks up and multiples stay on the ground. It also means, obviously, that if you have enough money, you could just keep teleporting, right? I can teleport here. I can buy another portal. I can teleport here. I'm just kind of winging it. I can teleport here now. There's no escape. There's no escape, right? And this also applies for other abilities. You can just keep going invisible every 2 seconds, right? And just run around the map. Either way, ridiculous. I do believe they need to add a cooldown on this, because it makes no sense that you can just keep spamming that, right? Like, those abilities are already so strong, and I don't feel like it's extremely hard to make money. You can just, like, hit the tanks and make so much money, right? And then you can just spam your abilities. You can spam the grounded effect over and over again. You can even make a little path with the grounded effect.
Deliciously dangerous.
Now, what's gonna happen there is that, like, I kind of screwed it up, but no matter where they go, they won't be able to move. They're just stuck. That's about it for the shop. It's really broken. It's really strong. I like it. I do like it. I like that the game doesn't stray away from making ridiculously stupid abilities, because if they did, the game wouldn't be as fun. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Now, they do need to nerf it. And please nerf Gambit as well. Finally, let's talk about her ultimate, which I also think is quite interesting. You just use it and just sends cards everywhere. You don't have to look at enemies. And when you send out the cards, you pounce on enemies across the map. And when you kill them, you get money, obviously. But the pounce is really, really, really long in terms of distance. You can pounce from a mile away, right? And then you press Q again, and then you can, like, rip them open. Why is this really OP? First and foremost, it's really OP because you can see across the map, no matter where people are. Second reason why it's really OP is because you can close the distance across the map. Third reason why it's really busted is because if you kill somebody in the pounce, you actually remove the cooldown in the sense that it's reset. So it can keep going, right? And it also targets enemies, like, in the sense that, like, it shows you which enemies are low HP, right? If this guy is in killing range, kind of like Bogur, which is like half their HP, it shows in red. I cannot describe how broken this is, right? I just can't. I can't explain the logistics of how insane this ultimate ability is. The fact that you can see anywhere across the map, the fact you can pounce anywhere across the map. Like, look at the range of this. Insane. Black Cat's ultimate is insane. There's no hiding. Now, realistically, how often are you going to see enemies low enough HP to dash to them across the map and insta-kill them? Probably not. But if you add in some of your abilities, right, if you start comboing stuff together, kind of like BP combos because you can dash and whatever else, you can pretty consistently kill enemies and just keep dashing around. It's cool. I'm gonna give you that. It's gonna be really cool. Seeing the clips from this character killing 6 people dashing around like a complete crackhead, it's gonna be cool. You do percentage damage. That's what I want to check. So if this is what I think it is, it means you do more damage to tanks, right? As always. Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. So it doesn't matter what you are. If you're a tank and you're this much HP, you just die, right? It's not too broken. I'm not gonna lie, it's not too broken because the tank doesn't realistically ever get to that much HP unless he's already losing the fight. But yeah, that's her ult. You can pounce once though. You can pounce once. Yeah, I just forgot to mention that. As I was sitting there thinking about how ridiculous this ult is, you can bounce once. And then if you get a kill, you can pounce again, right? So it's gonna reward people that know what they're doing. It's gonna reward people that are smart with their abilities, and you know, it's gonna reward good gameplay. But again, I can't imagine that support players are gonna be too happy about this ultimate, right? It's just too strong. There's no hiding. There's no hiding. There's no hiding. Nowhere to go. But yeah, that's Black Cat. Obviously, we need to look at her Lord. I think it's cool. I think it's nice. It's this one. This is the Lord icon. And the animated icon is actually pretty cool as well because, you know, you got more of the fancy effects and you have the claw marks and then you have the eye and you kind of look like Sans from Undertale and yada, yada, yada. It's cool. I like the animated icons. I like the other icons. And then we obviously have... Oh my god, bro. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's with... It's a skin bundle with Peter. With Mr. Spider-Man himself. Beautiful. What's her highlight? Oh. Oh, she has a cat. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Gorgeous women. Anyways, I'm sorry for gooning on video. Finally, we have one more thing. I might as well show it. It's her team up. It's not really her team up in the sense that she's the anchor, but it's her team up in the sense that other characters get it. I guess might as well show it because it revolves around her. Captain America gets it. If you have a cap and a black cat, you get a big ass shield. You get a big ass shield. Oh, you gotta press X. 10 seconds, you get a big ass shield. And it makes your reflected stuff be more accurate. And finally, we have White Fox. If I pick White Fox here, she also has a team up with Black Cat.
Heroes don't wait for opportunity to strike.
And I think it just heals and does damage. I always find these a little bit boring. Yeah, that's all. That's it. That's it. But yeah, Black Cat seems cool. I like her. Supports won't like her. And I'm sure I'm going to be really upset week 1 after I see her ground me for 6 million hours and then bully my supports, and then my supports cry in voice chat because nobody POs and I can't PO because she purifies over her effect, and Bucky got nerfed, and then Dive is going to be really OP. And thanks so much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy. We're going to do the preview today, and have a wonderful Chungus day. Stay silly.